not against making us less dependent on foreign countries. I want to. But I don't know that you can all read this, but I'll just tell you what it says. I voted against the cap and trade bill because, number one, it will raise your power rates to the tune of about $150 a month. Now, if anyone here thinks that you aren't paying enough in utility costs, and you'd like to pay more, you might have voted for it. Not only is it going to raise your personal utility costs, it's going to raise the price of everything you buy. You go to the drugstore and buy some toothpaste. You go to the grocery store and buy some tomatoes. Because the cost to produce these products is going to go up too. But the thing that bothered me the most, hidden in that bill, and 300 pages of amendments were added in the last few hours of the debate of that bill. It was offensive that they would ask us to read a 1,500-page bill, 300 pages of which were added just before we voted on it. But hidden in there is a provision that says that if you live in Millry, Alabama, let's say you've got a 20-year-old house, and you decide you want to sell your house, move to Chapel. I guess people don't move to Chapel. Tennessee. Then guess what? You want to move to Tennessee. Guess what happens? Someone in the federal government can come in and see, what did you replace your insulation of the roof? Is it a California standard? If it's not, you can't sell it. What about your refrigerators, or your washer dryer, or your dishwasher? You might not have the money to go out and buy a new dishwasher. But guess what? If it's over a certain age and doesn't meet the California standards, you can't sell your house until the federal government tells you it's okay to because you've replaced your appliances, or you've replaced your windowsills, or your door frames. Y'all, that's not just socialism. That's communism. Yeah. And the last thing, I don't think California, with all their problems, should be the model for the rest of us. That's why I voted with great joy against it. Unfortunately, it passed, and now it goes to the Senate, and hopefully Senator Sessions and Senator Shelby will do everything they can to keep it from passing in the Senate. But again, going back to my earlier charge, if it's just up to the Republicans alone, we can't keep it from happening. It's going to take all of us. There are 40 senators that are Republican. There are 60 senators if you count the 2 independents that caucus with the Democrats. With the addition of Al Franken from Minnesota, there are now 60 senators who are Democrats. They can pass it unless the American people in their states and in their districts say no.
I think first time I saw that so-called organizational flow chart.
Yes, sir.
It's amazing how disorganized and how so many dams in it that you can't stop, you can't even start a flow without turning left or right or hitting a dead end. Why does it have to be so complicated?
Yes.
And I think that's the crux to hide so much stuff in those little curves.
Exactly.
That's about what they had hospital right now. Yeah.
You are exactly right. It does not have to be this complicated, and the reason it is so they can have more things in it. It's just like the stimulus bill. Where's the example of what the stimulus bill?
Just like O'Connor, those R's, it's got what, close to 50 and $110,000 fee?
Closer to $170,000. Okay, I didn't vote for the stimulus bill, but I told you, I think we could have done something, we should have done something to stimulate the economy. This is just these are just some of many examples. Y'all, we can spend the whole day talking about the waste of the stimulus bill. But in Union, New York, they received a check of $578,000 to deal with the issue of homelessness. Guess what? They don't have any homeless people. In New York, they're building a new urban art trail for $3.8 million. I think everybody ought to invest in art. But I don't know that that's as my mother would say, that's not a priority, that's a luxury. Yeah. In Washington, they're spending $3 million to add 500 new bikes to their smart bike program. All right, the young people are more familiar with good math than I am. I'm turning 50 this year. Y'all add up, y'all figure out what 500 bites into $3 million are, and someone tell me before the end of the meeting, but I promise you, it's a very expensive price. And those are just some of the examples of the waste and the fraud. The lady who mentioned we ought to deal with the waste and fraud in healthcare. This is just some of the examples of some of the waste and fraud, and it's your tax dollars. This isn't my, people come to Washington all the time. See, and I love when people from home come up. I hope if you come, you'll let me know, and Erica will help you get a tour of the Capitol, and give us enough time, we might get a tour of the White House. We love to have people come see us. And Erica's my director of constituent services. But when people come, they want to see the Washington Monument, they want to see the World War II Memorial, they want to see the Lincoln Memorial. Then go see where the money's printed, the Bureau of Printing and Engraving. But you'll never go see the money tree in Washington because it's not in Washington. It's in Washington County, and in Clark County, and in Mobile County. This is where the money is generated. It goes to Washington, and trust me, you can give the government as much money as you're willing to give, and it will find a way to spend it. Yes, sir.
What, if any, impact does the average citizen have when they contact somebody outside of our district or our center?
Not very much.
Okay, and the second question is, people like Charlie Rangel, if my memory serves me right, he was a fellow that failed to pay income tax.